Okay, what would you say to a prospective foster parent if they're considering the process of becoming a foster parent?
That I don't think that there's anything in your life that you could do that would be more worthwhile than this. To have the opportunity to intervene in someone else's chaos, to bring them in, to stabilize them, to just impact their ability to move through the world in a safe community. And I think of all the good things that we've gotten out of this, the things that we would never have imagined, the things that you and I have talked about, the cows that we've milked and the songs that we've sung and the art that we've seen and the projects that we've built with them. We couldn't have imagined doing those things. They weren't our interests, they were our children's interests. But because of that, our world has expanded in beautiful ways. And the chance to take a child who doesn't trust anyone and earn trust with them, to build a relationship with them and have them trust you, is such a privilege. It's such an honor to be able to do that. And the richest part of our life has come out of doing this, don't you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's certainly nothing that we ever imagined or planned for, but it has just been a terrific ride. At this end of 30 years of doing foster care and having the kids, it's just been terrific. And that's my message to people, is the big picture, and to expect an adventure, really. Just be ready for the ride that's going to come and enjoy the process, because it will be challenging, but it'll be rewarding at the same time. You'll go places you never thought you would.
Yeah. All the places you will go.
Yes.
And when you got started, did you ever have, in your wildest imaginings, expect you to adopt 12 children?
Not at all.
Never.
We started with one and said, this is pretty cool. And after a few years, it seemed like we were missing somebody. And so we called up Lutheran, said, put us on the list, and they'd say, how about this one? Sure, send that one. And we just continued to do that over the years, and sooner or later you have a whole pile of them.
One thing, though, that we didn't expect either is the quality of character that these children have. They're survivors. They choose life. They choose to enter into a relationship with you. They choose to hope that you're going to be enough for them. And that's amazing. They're resilient and they're strong. And our adult children now, looking back over 30 years, we have 10 adults. Mm-hmm. They are people of great character, moral strength. They have glitches, all kinds that we've discussed. But their core character is really amazing. They're people that I value and respect. And that was a privilege to know them, to watch them grow up and to be with them, and certainly to share life with them now is a privilege. And I never would have anticipated that. You just think they're going to be kids forever. But they turn into amazing individuals, people who know how to navigate the world, people who aren't afraid of vulnerability, and people who enter in and engage the world around them. That's really marvelous.
Yeah, it is. As adults, they're just best friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
yeah.
Just simply my children, which is a terrific side benefit. It never even occurred to me.
You get more friends.
It never occurred to me that it would be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for a prospective foster parent, what would you say they need to know or have beforehand? Do they have to have something be put together in a certain way, or have something they know beforehand? What does it take to be a foster parent?
I think just simply a desire to begin. I think it transforms you. I don't think you come into it with the skills or the ability. You only come into it with the desire to make a difference. And they change you. The process changes you as you yield to struggle and you yield to what kind of a family is being, what your family is evolving into. As you yield to that, you change. And so I don't know that there's any way that you could get ready for this. I think you just have to want it.
Great. The last question: How is Lutheran Community? What would you say about Lutheran Community Services Northwest and FamilyBuilders? How have they been a part of the process for you?
Well, they were the first step that we made. They answered our first inquiry. They had a program set up that they invited us to be a part of, and have supported us at every decision along the way, either with resources or with opinions and advice. So they've been instrumental. I mean, we consider them part of our extended family at this point.
And they took time to get to know us, and I think that's the difference where you get different agencies that are maybe overwhelmed or have a bigger caseload. They don't take time to get to know you. Lutheran takes time to form a relationship with you, and that relationship builds trust. So that's what's made us brave enough to go back again and again, because we know that support system's there. When we're looking for training, they provide it. They will scramble to find us resources. And they listen to us. They listen to what I believe my limitations were. They listen to what I believe my strengths were. They got to know our family, and so they don't bring the children that wouldn't thrive here. They bring the children that would thrive here because they take time to know us. And the importance of that is it stops disruption for the children. You and I have talked about the importance of continuity. That's what they have. The social workers are there for placement. They're there for the court hearings. They're there to support you in any issues that arise. And so that continuity of them knowing you and knowing your family is vital, and is what keeps the kids from being moved from house to house to house. Their families don't disrupt like the families that I know who are like licensed through the state and don't get that kind of tending and care in their families. They tend to disrupt. They give up. It's too challenging. They haven't had enough support. So I'd say it makes all the difference between making it work or not making it work.
Okay, awesome. Any final thoughts or things you'd say?
Do it.
All right, perfect. Cool. Well, thank you.
Sure.